Welcome to Fayetteville, Arkansas, a place where legends have long stood for excellence. Names like Broyles, Holtz, McFadden, Jones, and Johnson. And when they call the Hogs, it is a rite of passage. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Arkansas Razorbacks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. From inside the 10, here he comes. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. The Razorbacks offense will start this game off. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game, so who do you look for? The tight end, and there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter, but over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Slater. And he's running in the open. 10. Touchdown, Razorbacks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the Hogs have put up the first touchdown of the game, and whooping.
Whooping, going nuts in the stands. Great fan base. They get excited, and you get out to the lead early, putting that score on the board, they are going nuts.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Auburn's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offensive stage, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down. And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The RPO fired complete to the left. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Caught in the backfield, it's Vincent. At the 35, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Trying the left side. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet, 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
And the point after is good. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Wants to throw on first down, using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Westbrook. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He breaks a tackle.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Fires to the tight end. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. He's back to throw on second down. Quickly to the tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Here comes third and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff, and here early in this one, first quarter, they've now already given up 1.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. With jet sweep pass. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. They'll go to the ground. At the 40, there he goes. The expressway is wide open. He's at the 10. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Clemson made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Tigers. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. Think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
Line getting set on second down. Handoff from the shotgun. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
On third down, he drops the throw. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Razorbacks will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the returner goes down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
This offense has a second down play. They'll leave it with him. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Looking to throw on second down. He'll get rid of it. A strike downfield. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. You can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. There is a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn, from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes. And it's just a physical mindset of Auburn. And they're always that team that wants to run the football.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He wants to throw. Dumps it to the back. Fires and picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39.
Safeties are in the back, and they have so much ground to cover. You see them. They can go sideline to sideline. Great job reading the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, going making the big turnover.
Going up top on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Spits it out to the back. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last 1st down gets them a little bit of confidence.
They'll throw it on 1st down. They're trying to get to it. Coming after it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Makes the catch down the right side. Off he goes. Touchdown! touchdown, Arkansas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to
hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the explosive run.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Looking to throw for it. Buying some time. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
These quarterbacks that just bounce and bounce and bounce and pull the ball down and make plays. Defensively, you just got to keep coming. You can't get tired. You can't get frustrated, really. It's the frustration that gets to you because they keep making plays.
Touchdown, Auburn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Comes out throwing on first down. Puts him in the spin cycle. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. Fires the pass. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, But it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Razorback Stadium.
The Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. The Tigers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
So far, everything's just seemed to work for this offense when they've wanted to run the football. Regardless of what down and distance it is, they're able to get it done. Up front, getting a lot of push, and these backs are finding the holes.
He's going to pass. Using his feet to buy time. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to run for it. They knock him down, but not before he picks up a first down for Auburn.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Wide receiver shows motion. After the run, now to throw. Got it! Touchdown, Auburn! And the stomping has commenced.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. BYU is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Ty Detmer, this might not be over just yet. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to UCF. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double-teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Offense facing 4th down.
And the Razorbacks line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes and they'll stop him at the 16. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
He's tackled at the 22. 3rd down coming up.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Fast motion from the offense. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
The Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run, and then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did.
Got a lot of running room. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He's got it on the right. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. We saw it on that last play.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Running to the left. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Big reason. has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's...
Got enough space. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exact.
Touchdown, Tigers. And the pummeling has started. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds a man in the middle. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
They want to just keep throwing it. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. All kinds of time to survey the field, and he'll let it go to the left. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen, build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll run if they want to take their time here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on the...
He's got it on the right. Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown, Auburn. And the beatdown has ensued. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Looking deep down the right side. Got it in stride at the 15. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Mississippi State is down, but not out of it. Not with those cowbells ringing inside Davis-Wade Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Texas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. The give to the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. And that pass intercepted. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Got it. First down for this offense. Easy. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Wide open downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Great spot to attack there, right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Looking to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Running back searching for a hole. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs, salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. The rankings, the odds makers, everything indicated that these guys had a big hill to climb. But they climbed it, they got to the top, and they get a landmark win.
And we know coaching staffs always do a great job trying to motivate their own guys and get them ready to play a ranked opponent. But David, to me, it looked like this team just wanted it more. They came out, they were the more physical team, and they did what they had to do at the end of the day to get this one.
Yeah, and how do you gain respect? You want respect. You talk about our team's a really good team. You want to build on that? You beat good teams. That's what you do. You beat ranked teams that people think a lot of. This team pulls off the ranked upset, and guess what? Now what happens? You start to maybe find your team in the ranked spot.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.